Hello everyone, welcome back to St. Louis Billikens Dynasty. This is Rainout, and great game last week. We really had the bounce back performance we were hoping for. We got blown out 2 games in a row. Things were looking dire, but we went into Buffalo and we pulled off a win in overtime in shocking fashion, and really we just needed something to go our way. And now something finally has, and we got to really continue that momentum. We can't let it slip now that we've got it. And next we'll be going on the road to Eastern Michigan. They are 1-4. We are 2-4. We are better than them by 3 overall, but as we've seen already in this series, that doesn't really mean anything. And this will be the last away game for a little bit. We've been on the road like 5 straight games, and then we're gonna go back to St. Louis for like 4 or 5 straight games. So kind of weird scheduling, but it'll be good to be back at home after this game. We just need to finish off this road trip with a win. All right, here we are on the absolutely hideous gray turf at Eastern Michigan. Not a fan. Not really a fan of the Boise State blue either. I mean, it's iconic, and I guess I can see the appeal, but it's just a pain to play this game and go onto the blue field, and you just can never see their players. I'm sure it's great in real life, but in game, I just don't like it. And I can't even get that throw off. I mean, thought I threw it in a hurry, but he was right there, I guess. Wasn't really keeping my eyes on the pressure because I didn't feel like it would be there that quick. But I thought wrong once again with this O-line that can never stop anybody. 3rd and 8. And that's just unlucky. I mean, both the mesh concepts were wide open, and it just went off the other defender's helmet as he tried to guard him. And I mean, I had to get rid of it. They were right about to tackle me. I mean, how fast are they getting in the backfield? I mean, am I backing up too far when I drop back? I've gotten into a bad habit. I'm just backpedaling every time I get the ball because I know my O-line's just going to lose immediately. So I'm trying to put as much distance between myself and the D-line as I can to maybe potentially get a throw off. But it's maybe causing the ends to get around tackles because I'm backing too far. Maybe I need to work on that more. But it feels like my right tackle just got beat clean. And so I just had to get rid of it. I couldn't wait for the route to develop more fully. And that's a bad 3 and out. We will be forced to punt first drive of the game. And that's a huge hit. All right, now our defense gets to work here. They had a big game last week. Had the game-winning touchdown in overtime on a scoop and score. And we're going to need a big performance from them this time as well. They put up more than 50 points on their previous 2 games, and that's just not going to cut it. And that's going to be an interception by Barr right on cue. They're making plays happen. I just said they need to keep playing well, and that is a immediate takeaway. And we're right in business on the 27 to put points on the board. I mean, they just kind of ran a levels concept, and the underneath defender picked off a pass intended for the higher guy. That's Josh Barr, the strong safety, big transfer. I mean, not really big, but he's made a play there. We're going to run read option with Sean Bartlett, and he just got leveled. It just barely made it back to the line. Let's not call that play ever again. I don't know what I was thinking. This guy is 78 speed. He is not getting anywhere in a hurry. We go to the corner of the end zone. Can we get that in there? What a throw and what a catch. Touchdown, Billikens. Just kind of lifted it up and just put it in the back pylon and hoped Acevedo would get to the end of it, and he just about did. Yeah, just a beautiful ball and just right where only the receiver could get it. That's a great throw from Sean Bartlett. When they're going to review it, I mean, that looked cut and dry to me. I don't know what they could possibly be looking at. Yeah, it's wasted my time for no reason. And it'll be 7-0. Started off bad with a 3-and-out, but our defense gets a takeaway, and we just have a short field to work with. You got to put points up in that spot, and we end up doing it. So got an early lead here in Eastern Michigan. That's a huge hit. We're starting to put a little more hit stick on these guys. I've been whiffing them a lot, so I'm a little scared when I go for them, but we're actually putting some punishment down, and maybe that's what we need. Yeah, our defense going better. And that might have been my guy. I bid on the play action and didn't remember who my assignment was. Probably the running back who went up on a wheel. That's just a good play. I feel like we're filling the inside pretty well so far on these runs, but he's finding space when he bounces outside. I just feel like we don't have the speed to get outside. That's a good play there, though. Stopped him on the jet sweep before he could turn up, and it'll be 3rd and 1. Can still very much run on this spot. And it's handoff, but it was away from the design of the blitz, so he was just able to run away from the blitzing nickel. And that's a good counter. I mean, yeah, they're scheming up good plays to exploit our weaknesses here. I can't really commit outside supporter. We give up the interior, and we can't fill the interior without letting them bounce out. I don't know what to do, and that's a huge gain. Yeah, they're just gashing us right now. We can't bring them down either. We need a blitz. We need to get more guys into lanes. And that's how you shoot a gap. Jeffrey Reynolds exploded into the backfield. That's our senior leader right there. He needs to make some big plays if we're gonna make any noise this season. But our run game has been very disappointing. That might have been my guy. Tried to dive for the end zone and got blown up in midair, but they'll have it at the 1. And I fully expect a run here. Out of the shotgun. Shade inside, shade underneath, press. And how did he get in there? Wow. I mean, the dude was there in the hole waiting to blow him up, and he dove through him. And Eastern Michigan has tied the game. They just gashed us on the ground. And once again, it continues to be a glaring hole on this team. Our run defense can't stop anybody. We've tried all sorts of different looks, different schemes. I've subbed in a couple like run stopper tendency players, like the strong safety Josh Barr. He wasn't starting early in the year. Put him in to maybe help in the run game, but nothing has helped. And at some point, it just comes down to we don't have the quality of players to hang with a good running game. Meanwhile, we have to get our running game going. Haven't been able to do anything on the ground. And they're just so much better than us when it comes to run defense. They just get so much penetration into lanes. Meanwhile, they have the biggest holes imaginable. And then just immediately swarming the quarterback. This has to be an O-line issue, right? Like, where their O-line is just mauling us in the trenches, meanwhile ours can't hold a single block. That has to be the difference maker between the two teams, because I can't explain anything else. But like, once again, I don't know how to fix that. We don't have anyone better waiting in the wings. And really, a lot of it is game issue too. Sometimes it doesn't even really matter what your overall on your O-line is. If they want to give up immediate pressure, they just will, no matter what. You'll have 90 overall O-linemen that will just not even attempt to block people sometimes. Okay. Didn't know where to go with the ball, unfortunately. And if we have to throw a lot, that's just a huge problem. Our passing game is not good. Our running game is really our best quality, but we can't run the ball. We just can't. For some reason, it was so good for us last year. I feel like it was good for us at least for the first part of the season, but in the last 3 games, just absolutely shut down, and that really contributed to those huge blowouts when we couldn't just get any momentum going. And that was partially my fault. I turned into the tackle instead of bouncing it out. I feel like we go for it here on 4th and 2. We just need time in the pocket. Dunbar staying to block. What's our blocking? Let's try half sliding to the left. Hopefully that will help. That looks open. That's a good play. That was risky. That we were pretty deep in our territory. Giving the other offense short field's not really what you want to see. But I feel like half shifting kind of helped a little bit. They kind of overloaded one side. Yeah, they only did rush 3 too, but whatever. We'll take the result of that play. And once again, I'm not going to call a read option. I don't know why you think we would do that. Yeah, they're really they have like 8 people in the box right now. Yeah, they're going full out on stopping the run. Yeah, and then we just can't punish them for doing that through the air. That's just the problem. They know they can do that without being punished for it. I mean, all we can throw is 2-yard drags and hope for the best. It's basically what this offense has come down to. 3rd and 5. Get that out there. Make the catch, please. Thank you. Sherwood Bartlett is so unbelievably slow. This is painful. He was able to do just enough on that one, though. Still, it's nowhere. There's no holes. We can't manhandle anybody. We have no strength. We've never hit the gym in our lives. We can't force people back. We can't force holes open. And meanwhile, on defense, we're just getting tossed around. I don't think SLU has a weight room, do they? That's a pick. Yep. I don't know what I was doing. And Sean Bartlett's got to save a touchdown here. And now he's banged up from wear and tear. I mean, it looked open. It was just an underthrow. Yeah, he's hurt. That's not good. I just wanted to get rid of it. Try to make something happen. But we don't have the QB play to make that throw. Barry Manning was the one who made the pick. Yeah, just pressure right up the middle. Had to try to bail out. I mean, it looked like he broke free, which is why I threw it. So yeah, look, it looks like I can lead him. But I guess I hold the button down too long so it becomes a red throw. Yeah, it's just not even close to being... Like, it was... Oscar Choi doesn't even look back. It'll land 10 feet behind him. Yeah, that's just a horrific throw. Sean Bartlett has not played well. I'm just going to come out and say it. I think stepping into the game that showed his stats, he has like 1 touchdown pass to 7 interceptions. Yeah, that's just not good enough. But Vince Trinidad's wearing the red shirt. And the backup to Sean Bartlett right now is Clark Yoder, who is like 58 overall. He's the only person we've got right now. And he played well last year. So we just need him to regain form pretty much. That's a huge hit, but didn't drop the ball. And it'll be 3rd and inches. Gotta expect a run here. And how does... that always happens with the CPU. You beat them 3 yards in the backfield. Oh, but it's 3rd and inches, so he has to keep his legs churning and get 4 extra yards. Just so annoying. Yeah, they're just stronger than us. I think that's the bottom line. Their O-line's stronger than our D-line. Their D-line's stronger than our O-line. And their running backs are stronger than everyone on our team. They just break tackles at will. They're faster than us. We can't run routes. They hawk us down no matter what. I mean, that's a huge hit. But, I mean, that's what comes with the territory when you're an intramural team. You don't have athletes. And, yeah, that's why the recruiting is so important. We can't lose out on these great players when we desperately need help. I guarantee this is a run. No, it's a pass. Quick out, and just can't get a hand on him. And he breaks 2 tackles on his way out of bounds. He was determined not to get tackled in bounds, and we just said, all right. I mean, no way that was going to be a run. I thought it was going to be a run, but it's under 2 minutes, so they will never run the ball ever. I should have known that. They'll get it at the 1. We probably should have just let him score. Now they're gonna drain clock. And just like that, 40 seconds are off the clock, and they're probably gonna score anyway. Yep. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. They turned Avengers mode on that drive. I mean, they did it in the last drive too. We got a good pick on their first drive, but they just decided to absolutely bully us in retaliation. And meanwhile, we can't do anything on offense, so something's got to change, and I don't know what it is. Hard to fight the CPU when they're acting like this. 14-7 is your score with about a minute left in the second quarter. And they will get the ball to start the second half because they kicked it off to us to start. So we kind of really need points on this drive. We can't let them get to 2 possessions up on us, or it might be game over. I think we might have to start just doing no huddle. We need to get them out of rhythm. That's a good throw. That's Lonnie Dunbar down the field. Luckily, the safety didn't have eyes on the back of his head that play. I was able to just send it right between them. That's a big pickup on the wheel. Now we don't really have to go so fast. We can slow it down a little bit. I like Acevedo on this Shock H. Yeah, I think he won. Get down there, Acevedo. Get there. He's got it. That's his second slot fade touchdown of the game. That was easy. Offense looked so hard for the first few drives, but on that one, it looked easy. People just started coming open again. I don't know what happened. I didn't change anything. Just a switch got flipped. And maybe it was the no huddle. Maybe we need to become a no huddle team. If we let teams match up against us, I feel like they can just bully us up and down the field. We need to stop them from subbing out, stop them from trying to match our run looks with 8 in the box. That might be the key to success. The only problem is I don't like only having 4 audibles to choose from. Sometimes there's awful plays and then you're stuck. But I mean, it's worth checking out for sure. They've got 23 seconds left to work with. We just can't let them get into field goal range. We need to get into the half tied. And that's my guy. That's all right though. I feel like covering the middle of the field is more important than the check down. 2nd and 1. That's the Eastern Michigan's first timeout. I got stuck between trying to cover 2 different guys, picked the wrong one. And they're at the 40 with 13 seconds left. You just need about 30 or 35 more yards maybe. And how does he break that tackle? That's going to be a touchdown. All right. Yep, can't leave any time on the clock for the CPU to respond because they will. Made it look easy too. Just no one even close to him. He was on an island out there by himself. And then the safety bounced off him. I mean, no one even in the frame. And like, How many times is that going to happen? I'm so sick of that happening. I mean, the coverage breakdown I can understand. This guy has flat responsibility. So he crashes down on the thing. But this guy's backing up way too far. And then, yeah, that's Josh Barr, run support. And I go to light him up. And how does the hit stick not lock on? Like, you touch him, but the tackle is not made. There's no animation that happens. I mean, that has to be a game scripting issue, right? Like, we're not going to let you tackle him there. He has to get around you. Is that what's going on? If I tried a conservative tackle, would he have just shrugged me off and ran down the field anyway? I mean, that has to be it. There's no other reason for all these bounce-offs to happen. And right when they need a score, right before the half ends, too. Like, it's just way too convenient. But, yeah, we're going to be down 21-14. We're not going to score with 4 seconds left. And then they're going to get the ball to start the second half, and they will undoubtedly score because they are unstoppable. And that'll be more than likely the game. So, yeah, we desperately need a step up from the defense, or this game will be over. We might as well chuck a Hail Mary. Why not? Yeah, they got numbers down there. Yeah, no chance. All right, that'll be halftime. 21-14. We've stayed in it, but just a bad break there at the end. Broken tackle. Not even a broken tackle, just a whiffed tackle. A glitched tackle, if you will. I think it was Mikhail Wood who brought that in, so kind of a fluke halftime MVP performance from him. I've never seen a man that wide open. That was just bad. A bad play all around from Josh Barr. Didn't he have the pick? Yeah, he had a pick, but he really stunk it up there. That was really sad. I don't know if it's just his lack of skill to blame or if that's the game making him act stupid. I don't know who to blame. But we need a stop on this drive. And not a good start. Do I just need a shade underneath every single time? We can't. If we don't shade underneath, they will get us on curls and stuff every single time. And I still shade underneath, and he's still wide open. Like, how do you stop anything they're doing? The thing I hate the most is just their quarterbacks never have any incompletions. They just play perfectly. No breakups, they always have somewhere to go with the ball. And then their running backs are also perfect, finding all the holes they can. And you just can never keep up, never. QB keeper, we're there to steal the edge. He just gets one back. It'll be 3rd and 12. This is where we need to stop. Like, this is more or less the game right here. We cannot give up a first down in this spot. And we bring them down. They might be in field goal range. They are. That was enough to get them back in. So it'll be, 41. No. Like 46, maybe. And yeah, he drills it. And I mean, it's better than a touchdown. We're still definitely in this game. Be 24-14. So yeah, no room for error going forward. We can't really punt it away anymore. We need scores. And once again, they've just completely stacked the box. I feel like we haven't run RPOs as much as we should have. That was a staple of our offense, and we just have completely gone away from it. We need to get back. Except they just shed blocks like they're not even there. How about another one? How about the exact same play just on the other side of the field? And just nowhere to go. This is so unbelievably pathetic from my O-line. There was 5 people in the backfield. Like, oh my goodness. I mean, Eastern Michigan is blitzing on basically every single play. And we just can't punish them for it, which is so annoying. Like they're daring you to beat them, and we can't. It's so embarrassing. Now, I mean, what do I need to do different? Do I need to put Vince Trinidad back in? Do we need someone who can evade pressure and get out and punish them with his legs? But we need to convert this third down. 3rd and 11. We're going from empty. And yeah, there's no chance. And it's gonna be a 3-and-out. That's just, that hurts. Yeah, they dropped 8 into coverage, and there's no. I guess the curl is open, but I never even looked. I've just made it a rule of thumb to never throw curls anyway, because if you throw a curl, it will immediately get jumped. But that was wide open, but I just never even looked his way. And that's an unfortunate end to that drive, and we'll have to punt and hope our defense can do something. There's a good tackle in the backfield. Jeffrey Reynolds, again, he's got 8 tackles and 4 tackles for loss. That is an unreal performance right now. He's really the only guy with a pulse in this run defense right now. I mean, he's the only guy in the box right now, too. All right, 3rd and 7. This is make or break time in the game. We need a stop. That's just an unreal throw. Oh, my goodness. He just fit that into the smallest window possible. Oh. I mean, we just can't get these types of plays. They're making the plays that we can't possibly hope to match. That's the difference in these games. They can make unreal plays, and we can't. I mean, you just have to tip your cap to the CPU. They're making things happen, and we don't have the capacity, as the meme set, as that one meme says. But 3rd and 3, once again, another stop is needed. You got to press, which is very risky. Get to the quarterback. There we go. We finally get pressure up the middle. Force an errant throw, and they'll kick another field goal. This one's going to be shorter than the one they attempted earlier. He drilled it. And he's going to hook this one, thankfully. We're still only down 10. That's the stop we needed from the defense. But offense, please, can you wake up? Please. And I did say I was going to go no huddle, and I haven't. We need to get to that this drive. Here's Acevedo on a bubble screen getting 8. And, yeah, we're going to go hurry up. This slot fade might work out to Acevedo. They've got one safety up high. He beats him clean. Put it up there for him. Get there. What a throw and what a catch. They've done it again. 3 for 3. Nathan Acevedo, welcome to college football. This is your breakout game, buddy. We moved him up the depth chart to try to get something going. He's the fastest guy on this roster pretty much. And he's finally shown up here. This is his breakout game for sure. They just can't cover him down the field. I don't know why we're not going up to him every single play. We have to stick with what works. I've done a horrific job of that. I've been forcing plays that don't work. Forcing schemes, concepts that don't work. We just need to throw deep to Nathan Acevedo. That's the only way we'll have a chance in this game. 24-21 is your score. We're only down 3. It's a huge hit. I mean, when the hit stick lands in the half the times it does, it looks nice. It makes me feel better about myself, but half the time you whiff. I'm in the hole. Good enough. And that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. They won't snap it. We're in this game for sure. We definitely have a chance in this one. I think like the difference is the game is just that bad throw leading to the interception by Sean Bartlett. We were definitely in range to have at least a field goal on that drive, but tried rolling out, tried throwing on the run. It was just an absolute duck of a throw, and that really is the difference. We would be at least tied right now, but we need to bounce back. We need to stop on this drive. Run a sweep, and we shut it down. That's another tackle for loss. That's Lester Walters this time. That's his first tackle of the day, and it comes for a 2-yard loss. 3rd and 8. This has to be a stop. Once again, this is make or break time in the game. Are we clutch? That's a great breakup. Wow. Cliff Herring got a hand in there, punched it out right as it met his hands. That is the first good play I've ever seen my cornerbacks make. Like, sometimes they come up with picks. Sometimes they have a swat down, like, coming underneath. But that was the first time I've seen him, like, actually reach in and punch a ball as it's getting to the cornerback. I mean, the wide receiver. That was a great play. And now we have a chance. We got 7 minutes left in the game. I think we go right back to the slot fade. They've got a safety over there covering it now. It's Oscar Choi this time on the route instead of Acevedo. Maybe it'll confuse him a little bit. No, they read it all the way. Got to dump down underneath. Here's Perkins with a lot of space. He's got a speed boost right up to the 30. Yeah, if they're going to shut down the run game so well, maybe we need to go to that Washington State air raid where your runs are actually quick throws. Because, yeah, it's just not working. Cameron Perkins has 5 attempts for 5 yards. What are we doing? We're just getting that. We can't boss anyone around in the trenches. And that would have been open. How is that a pick? That's just a horrific break. Oh my goodness. He was so open, but I got hit as I threw it, and it fell into the hands of the D tackle, and he just carried it all the way back. Oh my goodness. That might be the game. Yeah, my left tackle is just got burnt. Just got absolutely torched. That's just not a competitive rep. I redshirted our elite left tackle, put this guy in because he was better at pass blocking. He's a 77 at pass blocking. Still just got absolutely turnstyled. That is the worst rep I've ever seen. It's like he barely even touched him. He just waved at him as he went by. That might deserve a benching. That is horrific. I haven't been really the best at benching people. Because, like, we, like, who are we going to replace you with? But, sorry, dude. That's just mediocrity. All right, and just like that, we're down by 10. Promising drive, just immediately shut down. Because my O-line is probably the worst in all of football history. Yeah, the more and more I see of it, the more and more they just have to be the main problem of this team. We can't get an offense going because we don't have time in the pocket to throw, and we don't have holes to run through. That is cut and dry what is wrong with this team at this point. Like, recruiting O-line has to be my main focus the rest of the year and this offseason. We need some good players in the portal. And my check down never made it out. That was the problem on that play. Where did he go? I guess it was a block and release. He just stayed in the block. Mason Williams. But, yeah, everyone was covered. There's nowhere to go with the ball unless I wanted to get picked. Literally nowhere. Like, no one is open. And I can't roll out of the tackle box to throw it away because he's way too slow. Yeah, this game is basically over. That pick really sealed the deal. Bartlett is at serious risk of injury. And we can't even run a screen without losing yards. We are so bad. 4th and 16 from our own 17. How can we justify going for this? Punting away feels like we're just waving the white flag. But if we're not going to get it, first of all, there's no way in hell we're converting this. And then when we don't convert it, they will have 17 yards to work with. They will definitely put up points. So I feel like we have to punt it away. We have to get a stop from the defense, give them at least some field to work with. And then we have to get 2 drives in a row to really actually get back into this game. Clark Yoder is going to go in. Sean Bartlett, severe risk of injury. He was already not good, but, I mean, not a move I want to make, but has to be done. And we accept. Oh, no. What? How did we pick this play? What happened? I clicked A to click on special teams and it picked this play. What? It didn't auto select for me. This isn't defense where you have like 10 seconds before it auto selects for you. No, you can go all the way down and get a delay game if you want. No, it just picked a random play for me. Are you kidding me? This game is so unbelievably broken. I had to take a delay game there so we can actually punt the ball. Look, I went over here. I pressed A to go to special teams, and it picked all streaks. What even is that, dude? There's no strength on this team. We need to get in the weight room, guys. You can't let guys just drag you. You need to drive them down to the ground. We need to sell out to the run pretty much. If they throw and beat us, that's fine, but we can't let them shoot clock. That's just a bad throw. All right. I mean, it's as good an outcome as we could have hoped for. It's 3rd and 8. Clock stops. Just can't let them get it 8 yards here. And that's a good bat down. I think the streak was open. They could have gotten 6, but he checked down. And I feel like punting was the right play at that point. We barely lost any time, and if we had gotten a 3 and out down at the 17, they would have kicked a field goal. So, I mean, yeah, there's just as good an outcome on that drive as you could hope for. Now it's make or break. We got Clark Yoder in the game. He's a 63 overall, has no speed at all. He's actually slower than Sean Bartlett, which is impressive. But we need him to come up with some kind of miracle drive. That's a good route. And just barely gets his hands on it. We got to go no huddle. They got no safety help. Can Oscar Choi beat down the field? Yes, he can. How many times are they going to fall for this? They have no one over the top. You can't leave the slot fade so open. We'll make you pay every time. I guess there's no run play. We have to run read option. So, we'll see how this goes. Just go right up the middle. Lonnie Dunbar punches it in for 6. That was a quick drive, and that is exactly what we needed. Basically, no time gone. Someone's hurt down on the field there. Is that Acevedo? Oh, no. How do you get hurt on a run play, dude? You're not even in the design of the play. Well, Lonnie Dunbar, we basically scored in, I feel like, 30 seconds there. So that gives our defense time to make a stop, and then we just need a field goal if they can get a quick stop on D. Yeah, 28 seconds to go, 80 yards. And Nathan Acevedo has muscle cramps and will not return. Or maybe he will return, but there's no option to keep him in. It's crunch time. He needs to get back on the field. He's been our best player. He's been our MVP. We kind of need him out there. So, hurry up. Take some perks. I don't know. Be out. This is the drive of the game. We need a stop from the defense. You'd expect them. They're gonna throw. How do you not get a hand on that? That's bad. Like, what is this guy doing? We got a guy guarding the middle of the field in a zone, and that ball goes right by him. I mean, it is pretty out of reach, but if that was me throwing it, that would have been picked, or like some diving miraculous breakup. Like, we don't get those kinds of plays. We don't get those kinds of breaks. But you can't just let the ball go right past you, dude. You got to at least make an effort. And I pass committed, so they're definitely going to run here. No, they're going to pass again. And just another easy completion. I mean, I pass committed. We're sitting in zone. Just doesn't matter. That'll be the 2-minute warning. I mean, a field goal wouldn't be so bad. It'll be only a 6-point lead instead of a 3-point lead. Still a 1-possession game, but kind of need a stop here, guys. We can safely run commit, but do I want to? Run up the middle? Sure. They're going to run left, and we're there to stop it. We're going to start calling our timeouts. Yeah, I feel like we just go up the middle, and then we try to take the outside if they try to bounce out. It's a good play. 3rd and 9. Do you run in this spot if you're Eastern Michigan? Or do you try to throw? We won't run commit here. We gotta play for the possibility that they throw it. But yeah, they will. This is the game right here. And the Eam just magically gets the first down. That'll be your game. Like, what are we doing? These concepts never work for me, but they always work for the CPU. You don't need to cover the deep guy. The deep safety has it. Stay on the underneath. That is the flat. That is your responsibility, dude. Nothing else. We have 2 guys on 1 guy and then leave the underneath wide open. And then, of course, he breaks the tackle so he can get the first down. Because, of course, he did. The CPU always breaks it. Falls right across the first down line whenever they need it. And, yeah, that'll be a tough loss to Eastern Michigan, who is 1-4 in leagues worse than us. And he breaks a tackle. Are you kidding me? Can we tackle anybody, please? That's a heartbreaker. We were fully in this game, but they made the plays and we didn't. That's the bottom line. The plays magically appeared for them and they didn't appear for us. And once again, a running back is the player of the game because we cannot ever stop them. And yeah, there were 2 plays in the game that really changed the tide, and they were both Sean Bartlett interceptions. We had points on a drive, but we threw on the run, and he just threw it 10 yards behind a receiver for an interception. That took 3 points off the board. That would have been a tie. And then the pick 6, trying to throw out of a sack, that was a 10-point swing on just horrific plays from our quarterback. That is the bottom line of this game. And our defense not being able to make plays is also basically a side story. They've been a massive problem. Played a lot better this game, but still, they just cannot tackle anybody. Like, we met on that 3rd down for the game. We come out in zone to guard against the pass. They pass. We meet him at the yard to gain, at the line to gain, and he just shrugs us off. No chance in hell we get that same kind of break if that's us in that situation. We are getting just blown up. But yeah, we hit stick him too, and he just wasn't even phased. And that just keeps happening over and over and over. That was a very winnable game. They're 1-4. They're 74 overall. We are a better team. We keep losing to worse teams than us. That is unacceptable. We are a better team than we were last year, but we are not playing like it. We might actually be playing worse than we did last year. Does that come down to coaching? Am I just a bad coach? Or do my players not want it? Yeah, 10-point swing from quarterback play when their quarterback was just making lights-out plays is just tough to swallow. Yeah, I mean, Sean Bartlett was the hero for us last year, but he's shown his true colors this year. Put him in for Vince Trinidad, and he has stunk it up. 3 touchdowns, I guess. But, I mean, I'm actually half tempted to put Vince Trinidad back in. I mean, Clark Yoder had a decent cameo. Didn't really have to do much. But he made the plays that were there, I guess. He might start next week, actually. We might give Clark Yoder a spin for a game. And if that fails, then maybe we go to Vince Trinidad once again. I just don't want to burn his red shirt. Okay. All right. I'm gonna talk this out with you guys. So we have Vince Trinidad. He is a true freshman. He has normal depth. I want to put a red shirt on him because he's just not playing that great. I don't want to waste a year of his eligibility. So I put a red shirt on him so he will develop faster in the offseason. but he might not even develop that fast since he's normal def. And we are in the process of recruiting a 5-star quarterback. If we land said 5-star quarterback, Vince Trinidad will not start next year. So if that happens, there was no point in redshirting him. He will just be the backup. So redshirting him was for absolutely no reason. So is redshirting him the right option? I mean, there is a good chance we won't land the 5-star. Their teams are making some pushes. But do we burn his red shirt in the hopes of getting something going on at the quarterback position and maybe waste a year of development on him for short-term success instead of long-term success? I don't know. It's a tough decision. I'll have to mull it over some more. But yeah, 2 interceptions were the difference in the game for Sean Bartlett. The rushing game, in terms of rushing, we had no rushing. Like, you can't win games when you're that bad on the ground. And that, our running backs are good. Like, this isn't on them. There's just nowhere to go once they get the ball handed to them. They are in the backfield instantly. They are filling the gaps with 7 people. That's the thing that's that gets me the most. They are blitzing 6 or 7 people on whenever we run the ball. And then whenever we pass the ball, they have 8 people in coverage. Do they magically know whenever it's a run play or a pass play? Like, that's the only explanation. And I say magically, but the CPU always knows what you're going to run, and it feels like they're cheating a little bit. I mean, just a lot of evidence of cheating by the CPU in this game. And once you start noticing it, it just becomes glaringly obvious. And I mean, this game was a lot better to swallow. I'm not mad. I'm not that mad. I am mad. I'm not as mad as I was against San Diego State and Kent State. We played them well. They just had 1 or 2 plays to go their way that didn't. And that's a lot easier to swallow than just getting absolutely boat raced where nothing will ever go your way. We did have some flashes, so I'm a lot happier with this game, but it's just tough when they just have a couple plays that work and we don't have any plays a couple plays don't go our way. And I mean, that's football. So I guess, hats off to Eastern Michigan. They earned that victory. They wanted it more, pretty much. We don't have players that want to win, is the bottom line. Nathan Acevedo, this was his breakout game. 7 receptions, 3 touchdowns. He felt like he was always open. 2 sacks given up by our center, Grant Huff. He is definitely a weak link on this O-line. Why did we have a left guard at 60 overall in the game? We definitely have people better than him. That's odd. Huh. No way I played him. Yeah, Grant Huff's only a 68. I mean, he's the best we got. But and then we got the 1 pick from Josh Barr. Forgot to look. Yeah, 11 total tackles for Jeffrey Reynolds. That is an unreal performance from him. He was really the only player that played with any heart in the run game. They were just gashing us whenever he wasn't involved in the play. He also had 4 TFLs. Lester Walters, Randy Richards, Josh Barr had added 1. No sacks, again, just a huge problem. 1 interception for Josh Barr. No forced fumbles. Yeah, I mean, their defense played better, but yeah, once again, couldn't come up when it mattered. And that'll be just a hard loss to swallow. We're basically going to have to be perfect the rest of the year if we're going to be bowl eligible. And this was definitely a year where it was possible. We are definitely better than half the teams in the MAC. Bowl eligibility was on the cards, if not a MAC championship berth. But we have shit the bed in all facets of play. And we desperately need a turnaround. And I thought the turnaround happened last week, but we've just gone back to old ways here. And that hurts. Feels like forever since we leveled up. I mean, that's what happens when you don't ever win games. You don't get XP to level up. But we desperately need points. We need to get into, like, tacticians so we can get better stat boosts so they can actually play better on the field. But I've been at level 7 for the whole damn year. I don't remember the last time I leveled up. Nothing really to add up for recruiting, so we'll just sim to the next week. Jeffrey Reynolds is your MAC Defensive Player of the Week. Well-deserved. He was a menace out there. I feel like he had 11 tackles. Why is it only saying 8 on that one? But yeah, the 4 TFLs for sure. And then Nathan Acevedo, also UMAC Offensive Player of the Week. So we had the two best players in the entire conference, and we still couldn't pull off a win. That hurts. I'm really hurting for that one. It's a different kind of hurt from the blowouts. Like, the blowouts, you just lose all will to live. On this one, you're just like, we had it. We really had it. We just couldn't do it. All right, checking out recruiting. I don't think anything's changed. We have lost the lead on Lyle Luter. Oh, no. Louisville has turned on the Jets. And this is a guy we desperately need. We desperately need a quarterback. And I think if we don't get him, I don't know if we have a fallback plan. It's Lyle Luter or bust, and it might be a bust. We do get him in this week, and we'll need a huge showing if we're going to have any sort of chance. But I've ran the math, and we can't hard sell him. The grades are just too bad. It would actually be a detriment to hard sell him. So sending the house is literally all we can do, and it's not enough. So this recruitment may be over. We have to stick with it since we had the visit. We can't just pull all 50 points out, but I mean, we're on the outside looking in now, which sucks. It's just a vicious cycle. We're circling the drain here because we can't get good players because we don't have good grades, and we don't have good grades because we don't have good players that can win games. That's the bottom line. If we started winning games, we would get better grades, but we can't because we don't have good players because we can't recruit. So I don't know what to do. Are we just cursed to perpetually go after 3 stars until we finally find some magic? I mean, I don't know. This might be a long, long rebuild. And I mean, if his pitch was playing time and playing style, we definitely would have had a chance. But we were just so unlucky that they didn't line up. And by the time we knew that nothing lined up, it's too late to back out. We just have to go all in. But yeah, we're gonna have to start looking at some backups, some backup plans for Lyle Luter, or we'll be running Vince Trinidad next year. And Auburn's probably going to win on Max Steinbach as well. So we're going to lose out on our huge 2 offensive targets. Yeah, it's starting to fall apart here. Things were looking so well in the beginning of the year. We had some great transfer pickups. We had some great recruits. But we've forgotten how to play the sport of football. And now it's showing on the recruiting trail. No one wants to come here. Well, we have the Week 9 visit as well with Max Steinbach, and he'll be coming in with Lyle Luter. But, I mean, if you just continue that influence gain for Auburn, they will max him out next week. And if we have a good showing, we could also max out, and it'll just have to come down to a coin flip. And he'll probably choose Auburn on the coin flip for sure. So we have definitely lost this one unless a miracle happens. So we will be 0 for 2, and with no backup plans on wide receiver as well. So this recruiting class is definitely crumbling around us. And we've also been passed for Geo Hurd by Ball State. I guess that was... No, they're visiting this week. They had that much influence gain just from not even a visit. So, that's tough. Kind of need to up the points. We can't just have 10 on them. But where are those points going to come from? That's the question. We are losing out on everyone, dude. Will anything go right in this game? This sucks. Gotta come from Ty Marshall. No one else is in on him. We can spare the 10 points. And we can, I feel like we maybe have to send the house to keep up. Especially with the visit. He's going to get a huge gain. But I don't know if I can find another 20 points. We might just have to contact friends and family. And then we'll definitely lose out on some people next week. So then points will open up and we can get back into it that way. But by then it might be too late. So might lose out on another D tackle. We just can never get a D tackle to commit to us. This is the most annoying thing in the world. And Johnny Yoder will go to Ball State. Ball State is all on our ass right now. We beat you last year, dude. You were one of our only few wins. And they're taking it out on us on the recruiting trail. we need good corners. We don't have any good corners. But no, we're gonna lose out on a good one because he had the week 8 visit, and we just don't have the points to spare to keep up. So yeah, he's gone. I mean, Wisconsin wants Rashard Middleton for some reason. They're finally starting to catch wind of him, but he's a C+ playing time for us. So if he's not a guaranteed starter on this horrendous St. Louis Billikens team, why would he be a starter at Wisconsin? So that's a little strange that they want him so bad. But I mean, yeah, if they want him, they can have him. I'm not even putting points on him. Ball State also wants my free safety target. I mean, will they ever leave me alone? And then we're going to lose out on my strong safety, too. We've dropped 3rd place in 1 week. Oh, my goodness. This is hell. This is hell right now. I just need something to go my way, and nothing is. God is punishing me for something. I don't know what it is, but they don't want to see me win. He might have to come off the board, too. They're in the lead with visits. There's no way I'm winning this. This sucks. I mean, this is why you have to close out recruits early. You just give people way too much time to catch up to you. But I guess my strategy was just horrifically bad. I felt like I could spread out points and try to go after everybody, and you can't do that. You have to hone in on the people you want the most and then branch out later. I didn't do it, and I'm paying the price. We might not get anybody. Still don't have a single commit. I don't know who we could possibly be getting. We have 0 commits. I have to say that again. We have 0 commits right now. We are in last place in the entire country because we have no commits. This is scary. All right, that's gonna be all for this episode. Heartbreaking loss, but recruitments are starting to come down to the wire, and we need to start winning to get some influence up. And this game right here against 1-6 Ohio, this is the most important game of the entire season. We have 2 big-time recruits coming in, 1 5-star quarterback, a 4-star wide receiver, and we desperately, desperately need to beat Ohio. The only team worse than us last year. We need to win, and we need to win comfortably, or this season may as well be just over. So a lot on the line, and I'll leave that for next time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.